Welcome to Talking Trash, and today we're at the Perham Resource Recovery Facility, and I have Zach Fiested with me today. Zach from the Solid Waste Office in Otter Tail County. Zach.
How are you doing?
Good, nice to be here. So can you just explain just quickly where we're at?
Yeah, you bet. We are in the new MRF, and MRF stands for the Materials Recovery Facility, and all this blue equipment behind us is equipment to basically sort garbage, and we're standing in the brand new facility that's going to do that for us here.
It looks nice. It looks a little different than the last time we were here.
Yeah, everything's finally in place. There's a lot of conveyors, a lot of machines, a lot of different equipment, and it's all in place. It's all currently being tested just to make sure that it all works correctly. But all the pieces are in place, so that's exciting.
So can you explain a little bit about how the Perham Resource Recovery Facility fits into the whole solid waste picture of the state?
Sure, and I guess we'll start with talking about the waste hierarchy. In the state of Minnesota, we have a hierarchy of what they want us to do with our solid waste, our garbage. And it starts with the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle, which we're all taught about in school and things like that. And then below that, we get into incineration with waste to energy, and that means we're burning garbage and we're capturing the heat that's generated from the garbage and we're turning it into steam. Below that, there's landfilling with gas reclamation. And then at the very bottom is just straight landfilling, and that's what we're trying to avoid. So as far as the waste hierarchy goes, we are above landfilling and landfilling with reclamation, gas reclamation. So that's exciting because we're actually generating steam to sell to businesses.
That is exciting, so that there's a secondary use to the trash.
Yep.
That's a great idea. And so can you explain a little bit about when the trash comes in? Kind of, we did that a little bit the last couple shows, but just a quick spin through here. When the trash comes in, where does it go?
Sure. On the other side of the wall to the left of us is our tipping floor. That's where all the garbage comes in and gets dumped on the floor. And then most of the garbage is going to be sorted, and then it starts on these different sorting lines up here. And there's a big conveyor belt that kind of makes a U shape. I mean, there's many different conveyors, but it all makes a U shape. And along the different stages and processes, certain things are taken out of there. Problem materials are removed, some recyclables that we can get out of there, metals, things like that, they're all taken out. And by the time it goes back to the tipping floor where it's going to go into the incineration unit, the garbage is what we kind of call clean. All the problem materials have been taken out. So what this does is just removes the problem materials, removes some recyclables in there, and cleans up the garbage. So in the long run, the incinerator equipment is going to last longer because we're not wearing down the machines and stuff like that.
So people say, well, if you have this facility, why do we have to recycle? Is it, won't they catch it all here? Why is it better to recycle first and then to incinerate product?
Sure, that's a great question. I get that question very often. It's a good thing because, or why we stress it's important to recycle still is the cleanliness of the material. So when you recycle at your home, you put it curbside, bring it to our recycling canisters in the different counties, it's very clean. Now when you throw it all in your garbage, it all gets mixed up, it ends up here, it gets very dirty. Now we can pull a lot of that out of there, but it still has dirt on it. I mean, if you ever looked at a pile of garbage, it's just very messy. And so when it comes time to sell those commodities, like aluminum cans, plastic bottles, things like that, they pay us more money when they're clean versus when they're very dirty. So it's actually a lot harder for us to get rid of the recyclables or to ship them off to market when they're dirty. So that's kind of why we do it here. And the other thing is we can't catch everything. I mean, we catch a lot of materials here, but it's just going to help us keep our facility cleaner too, keep a lot of those plastic bottles and things like that out of there.
And so what kind of things should we can pull some of the aluminum and the metals and things like that, but what, give me like a list of 5 things that people should not put in their trash that might cause problems here.
Always think of large, bulky items. Garden hoses are a big problem. Mattresses, lawn furniture, anything that's very large, because when it goes into the incineration unit, the door is only so big. So like long pieces of lumber can't fit in there. Sheetrock can't fit in there, and that's very bad for the incineration. So a lot of your demolition material that should go to a demo landfill, things like that. So it's just big, bulky items are really the problem.
Okay, so we talked a little bit about what happens here. The next show, we're going to go up above and get the bird's eye view. Thanks very much.